Hey! What's good, chat? Oh, man. It'll be an interesting time. Got, rest of 4 to go through. Only, like, barely in it. So it'll be interesting to get through. We'll see how it goes. Ugh. I know how to spell. Alright, here we go. That gets that done. Anything else I gotta do? I don't think so. Well, I gotta actually be able to see the game. Other than that, I think we're good. I don't think I have any fun announcement things, since I went over them all last time. It's not a whole lot to recap other than Edgeworth is on trial for murder. And we found out that a journalist, I guess, an investigative journalist, and Lotta Hart was trying to figure out if this mysterious lake monster called GOURDY is real or not, and ended up accidentally seeing the murder. But we have no idea what's going on. In the slightest. So, all we know is that Edgeworth was in a boat with another man. All ties to the DL6 incident and somehow. And reasons. Things. I also figured out the time thing on the save to show here, right? It says 21:33:40. That is not the amount of time I've been in the game. That is the time of day that I saved it. I was thinking about it afterwards, and like it came to me like literally before I hit go live. I'm like, what? Wait a second, I understand now. No way I've been playing this game for 21 hours. Only like 3 streams at about 3 hours each. Should be closer to 9. That's weird, but no, it's just the time. Double checking really quickly to make sure. Yep, it did. Alright, we are good to go then, I think. Oh, God. I'm still tilted about Dante. I'm so mad. Oh well. I'm not actually mad, it's whatever. Pasio seems cool though. Alright. Get into it. Getting a day 2. December 26th, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Maya? Hey, Nick, it's you! I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey, why did you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I am not the lawyer my sister was. I would assume not, considering you probably didn't go to law school. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Well, okay. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? I don't know, but I kinda do too. Any luck with Mia? None. Can't get through to her at all. I tried, I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. Sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there's any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Probably not? Maybe? I don't know. Alright. What was our task? We gotta go investigate what was going on at the lake. December 26th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around the park. New Detective Gumshoes today. Probably not? Maybe? I don't remember. Number 26, Gourd Lake, Public Beach. I haven't seen Larry around today at all. Off paying through the nose on a date with a lovely fiance. Famous Gourd Lake. Green water stretched out on both sides. It's a pretty big lake, really. Huh? Listen to the signpost. Left boat dock, right exit. Nothing there. Trash can is empty, it's well maintained. Set up plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. That anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this. Except maybe Maya. She had a samurai dog. Yeah, probably. A hot dog stand? It's closed. Christmas fringe looks like, or looks a little half-baked. Man, it reads samurai dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. It's nothing new. We could go check out Lotta again. Maybe she's got some new info. 26 Gourd Lake Woods. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Trial today, Yes? What about the trial? Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. But you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks. Detective Gumshoe? Any idea what strategy Von Karma's planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right, he said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. Cool. I was wondering what that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Oh, right, I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he a fan of earthquakes? Never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see. But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, him becoming a prosecutor, him being scared of earthquakes, it all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago. He saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. Huh. I want to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet. That's strange. Wouldn't let her go as soon as I had the report window. Man. I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff. I'll be honest with you, pal. I should have feared too. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lips trembling. Really? Full-size Edgeworth. She'll be grateful for what she did, you know? Better head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much this bail's going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. I don't think Lotta takes very good care of her SUV. It's covered with dents. Can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Why she brought a camping cooker with her? Huh. There's a convenience store right up the street. I guess she wanted to get into the outdoor spirit. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. It's pretty tough getting to camp in this cold. Lotta's camera is staring out at the lake as usual. Even a novice like me can tell the camera must cost a pretty penny. If she doesn't leave it out here to get stolen. That would suck, honestly. Alright. Well, we can probably go get Maya. Let's go do that. Public Detention Center. Number 26, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Hey, Nick! You finally came! We just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go! Free at last, huh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? That reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that. I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. I don't know. What do you think we should do next? Kind of lacking in the clues department. Go to the park and look for GOURDY. Yeah, I was kidding. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good as bad as any. What do you say, shall we head down there? Sure. No, don't present. Alright. Well, we got money back. Number 26, Public Park entrance. Not many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up a case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all! Hey, it's Lotta! Y'all really did it today. What did we do now? Nah, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking, a little self-reflecting. Well, self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started babbling, blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lotta? So you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd be a witness. Even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? What about GOURDY? Right. Well, the way I figured, the trial's only stoking the flame of GOURDY fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. Alright, Lotta, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. That's your spirit medium training first. Alright. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? Avon Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? We're supposed to make it up to us. Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey. I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Now, what'll it be? We got a deal or not? What do we do, Nick? I guess we got a deal. We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? Completely off your rocker? May not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Well, only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about GOURDY. Whoa. GOURDY? But GOURDY doesn't... I mean, GOURDY might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something? Y'all come to me first, got it? Okay. Right, see y'all later. Okay, next let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... GOURDY! I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for GOURDY for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay. How exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Did you find a monster myth specialist? I don't know, man. I don't know how we're gonna find this fake monster. Hello? What's that? That's the Still Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya! Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here. It would be, like, really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow. That's really impressive. We could find those for you. That's really impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got it for free. Right. Yo, Nick! What happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh. Hey, Larry, show Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh. That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, they were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transfer? Right. With DL6 incident happened. Sounds like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry? Where'd you get that big thing? Huh? Oh, the big guy? I've had it for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's the little unit in my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put the end of Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repair. Oh. And here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. Cool. Well, that's Steel Samurai. I look a little out of place. I mean, it's so huge. Guess it is good advertising. Something about the Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me. Huh? Really? Looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really? True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. It is interesting. Also, this flag looks highly out of place here. Flapping listlessly back and forth in a cold wind under a cold sky. I don't know, I think it gives the place a kind of festival atmosphere. Reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses. The War of the what? Huh? What? You mean you don't know the War of the Eyeglasses? What the heck is that? Local fair used to do it every summer. Huh, I guess we were the only ones. I asked again, what the heck is it? Oh, oh hey, the compressor's here too. What's this machine? That's a compressor. I used it to fill up the balloon there with air. Huh, neat. This got repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. Well, that's cool. Let's go over to the rental shop. Some beer. It was so quiet here. Wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. What, the murder on the lake and all? They're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Boat rental shop doesn't look like anyone is around. Probably closed because of the murder. There's some boats floating on the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Gee, there's space for one more boat on the dock. Oh. There's more forest that way. Thought I'd find any helpful clues in there. Well, you never know until you look, Phoenix. I'll assume Lotta's over here. 26 Gordlike Woods. Yep. Hey, y'all! Well, you'll find anything about GOURDY? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. It's cold out here at nighttime. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, whoa, no you don't. No sneezing. I told y'all no sneezing. See, I see the camera respond to things a little softer than a bang. It triggered it'd trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. But, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry is nice, but what about my film? Nick, hey the lady. Find something in today's trial, that's for sure. Let's find a serious business. So I decided not to talk about the case anymore. Huh? Whoa, did you say you had information about the case? Tell us that, at least. Like I said, tried it for the dirt on GOURDY. What are you going to do if word doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photos this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, taking a break for a bit. Right. Oh. Oops. It was a UFO. I got all UFO. I do like me my UFOs. Okay. Well, that's the guy that's selling my dog, I'm sorry. That's the guy that's selling my dogs faster than I can cook them. Do you think GOURDY really exists? Nah, I think somebody probably saw something else that they just thought was Gourdy. I don't keep selling samurai dogs until the shoot's out. Alright, good to know. Not a lot here, huh? Wow, Red Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh, well, a long time ago they used to grow gourds here? Well, no way. It sure is because the lake looks like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Well, it is shaped like the gourd, actually. But that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Can't get over the samurai dogs. The original samurai dogs, no less. Hey man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign? Hey, good idea! What have I done? I mean, honestly though, like, that's just how advertising works. That's kind of empty. Like, you don't have to really do anything. Hey, Nick, benches. Let's take a break. Maybe have a dog? I think not. It's too cold to sit and eat hot dogs out here. Don't be city boy. Try standing under a freezing waterfall sometime. Yeah, I'm sure that's a good time. Well... Not examine. I want to move. Edgeworth? Looks like Edgeworth isn't questioning. Come back later. Guess so. Alright, no Edgeworth. Let's talk to Grossberg. A little bit more about the DL6. 26, Grossberg Law Offices. I think Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. I guess I'll come back tomorrow if I need anything. Hey, well, that answers that question. Well, that's fine, actually. Take us to the Criminal Affairs Department. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait. You didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. How's the investigation proceeding? It's not, really. Yeah, another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident, and the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case, Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out of him. I'll bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. What about Gourdy? Say, Detective Gumshoe, you know Gourdy? A monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? Hey, what are your minds? You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then? Oh, Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. Tell Detective Gumshoe about to deal with Lava. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. Of course I have no faith in him. Everything about this case literally points to Edgeworth shot that man. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gourdy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take it whichever one you want. Oh. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile. Missile? He's a canine police dog, still in training. Missile. Missile! Here, boy! Woof! There he is. Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick. Cute dog. A cute dog. This will help us. How? Ah! Next, secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe. You're looking for a monster. Yeah. We're supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole. Never know till you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe. I'm looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. I might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? I can't make up my mind, Nick. It all seems so perfect. I can't make up my mind either. It's totally the opposite reason. Well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. Well, we're looking for something in the water, so I feel like the fishing pole makes the most sense, right? I mean, cute dog, though. Cute dog. We'll hit the pole. Can we borrow the flimsy-looking fishing pole? Sure thing, pal. Oh, if it breaks, be sure to dispose of it properly, okay? Right. Fishing pole borrowed from Detective Gumshoe. Alright. Well, we have a fishing pole. Let's go fishing, I guess. Right? Hi. Oh, that looks really big. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? It's to grow gourds. Also, it's coincidentally shaped like a gourd. I guess maybe boat rental? I don't really know what to do with this fishing pole, to be honest. That's maybe over by Lada. She's kind of like right on the water. Yeah. Okay, Nick, this looks like a good spot. A good spot for what? Time to do some fishing! She's serious. What are you going to use for bait? Oh. Yeah. Oh. I figured something like this would happen. I should have brought Missile along with us too. Or we should have brought Missile along with us too. At least then we'd have bait. Nick, how could you? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Some jokes are better left untold. Ugh, she hit me. Okay, watch this, Nick. Just try not to reel in empty cans or boots, okay? Here we go! Ah, my leg. Oh god, not again. Hey! What are you doing? Sorry, Lava. Don't tell me y'all are some film company's payroll. Nick, pay her. My poor wallet. Well... I don't suppose you caught anything. But wait! We're catching Gourdy. A fishing pole? Are you out of your doggone mind? Yes, yes, it's a fishing pole. Huh. I'd have thought of that. Good luck. Thanks. I don't believe it. Okay. I guess we didn't catch anything then, did we? No, you can't catch many fish in this lake. Not after small fry. Not after the biggest fry of them all, Gourdy. You really gonna try and fish out a monster? To save Edgeworth, yes. Brings a tear to my eye in more ways than one. Alright. So I'm guessing when we didn't exactly catch it. Well, I guess maybe we can go back and exchange it. I hope. Detective Gumshoe, can we borrow one of the other things? Yeah, sure, pal. I have to take back the last one I lent you. It's department policy. I'll take your pick. Which one it'll be? Alright. I mean, we could bring the cute dog. Let's bring the cute dog. Here, borrow a missile? Sure thing, pal. Be good to him. He's so cute. Oh boy. Canine unit missile. Borrowed from Detective Gumshoe. Alright, let's get back out there. Hey, Nick. The cloud's been acting strangely. Oh, right. That little creature of the detectives. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy. What's wrong, Missile? Eee! Missile! Missile! Whoa! Stop that thing! Cannibal! It's eating my samurai dogs! My samurai dogs. Ah, he ate every single one. I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry? Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. It's going to have... it's going to have to this time. Dang. That dog ate every single samurai dog, huh? Oh, no, not dog. It was a very lovely sound, huh? Oh, nothing with the dog here. Oh, no, offer's on. Hey, Lotta. What do you think of this dog? Hey, Lotta. Oh, cute. He yours? He's a canine police dog. His name is Missile. Huh. Canines are the ones that use to sniff at things, right? That's what GOURDY smells like. I hadn't thought about that. Well, he is very cute. I'm guessing then that that might not be well rare. Alright, give me the metal detector. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Hi, Larry. Alright, alright. Gum Machine, I need the metal detector, please. Here, you can take your dog back. About the metal detector? Sure thing, pal. Not sure what we're going to find with this. Remember, you're hunting for a monster, anything is possible. Anything. Makes a noise when a metallic objects are here. A usable detection device. Like, oh, this is a secret weapon. You know, because you can't just buy a metal detector and be done with, like, it's the secret weapon. Only the police know about a metal detector. Alright, so it's probably gonna be over at the shop then, right? Ow! Nick! It's beeping! The metal detector found something. Sure it's loud enough about it. Whatever it is, must be by those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Why do I have to check it out? Nick? Look. Huh? An air tank. Oh, the valve looks broken. I thought it was GOURDY. Maya, first of all, why would GOURDY be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags? Well, we'll take it with us now that we found it. It's heavy. Air tank of dubious value. Retrieve. With the air tank, the valve is open and a banner of flags is wrapped around it. I wonder where we saw those flags before. Huh. That's weird. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Is it yours? Say, this air tank yours? Why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your Steel Samurai there. It must be a coincidence. There are strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? You used to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? A big puffy Steel Samurai. Now why would you go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor is always... I always use it on the fritz. So I tried using the tank to inflate it just once, and it didn't go so well, as I suspected. That's more. It didn't go so well. Yeah. Do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us. Fine. Whatever. It's like what I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill up the Samurai with it. And then... blam. Well, busted open and made this incredible noise. That tank there took off like a rocket. took my porta-plated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. Huh. So Steel Samurai flew into Gourd Lake. That's interesting. I wonder where that happened. So the tank and the Steel Samurai you were trying to fill up flew away? What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. 20th? A week ago? As far as I could see, the tank went flying off into the lake. So, I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Fiancé gave me that Steel Samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the day before last. Flew away out there. Took me 4 whole days to find it. Night before last? That was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But, you see, I went home before midnight. So, you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. It solved one mystery, at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. And who is her, you might ask? Why, none other than Lotta Hart. Alright, Gourdy. Well, Mr. Lawyer? You got the info you all need? Have that scoop on Gourdy for me yet? Gourdy doesn't exist. Lotta, there is no such thing as Gourdy. What? How do y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? I got some proof Gourdy don't exist? Proof that Gourdy doesn't exist. It's here. Of course I have proof. A lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gourdy doesn't exist.
Take that!
Take that, you idiot! There's air tank. What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gourd. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll. About a week ago, an idiot, who happens to be a friend of mine, tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. Bang? The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake at the same time. A couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gourdy is really the Steel Samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay, you win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Lotta. Alright. So, tell us this information you have. Promise is promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path there? Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. I should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Sit cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah. Night of the murder? My camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just a lake. Figured it wouldn't be much use to as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Okay, it shows an empty lake taken automatically 12:24, 11:50 p.m. 25 minutes before the murder. Bye now, you'll take care. I'm going to pack up and leave. Poor Lotta. Not Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry. Familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. I agree. Bye, Larry. Bye, Larry. Alright. Number 26, boat rental. Hey, Nick. This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. It is. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Let's go check it out anyway. The boat shop. I don't think anyone's around. Probably closed because of the murder. Well, I guess we could just go inside. The parrot! Number 26, caretaker chef. Meg, that you? Hey! Is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll listen to you, Maya. Meg! Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone. But pasta? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello. Squawk. Nick? What was that? A parrot? The one on the perch? Keith! Yes? I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. Nick, it's the wet noodle. Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello. Squawk. Yup. He fell asleep? I guess he's relieved. Alright, well, look at the kitchen unit, it's pretty clean. Funny, yeah. It doesn't look like the type to keep things clean and tidy like that. You're kidding, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Oh, that's true. He's got to keep the pasta shop clean. Alright. Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket in his table. Looks warm. It's a great idea. We should do it at the office. We'll sit down with our clients, snug and warm, drink hot cocoa. And what, talk about murders? Ah, you're a party pooper, Nick. I suppose. What a fishing pole? Fishing pole looks expensive. Wow, you have a television in here too? Look, a little safe. It's locked. He's right there! That's a various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there? That's funny, Nick. These fish are saltwater fish. I don't know why you know that, but okay. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? They ignored me. Oh! Oh, you forgot, Meg? Gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly, how you been? Hello, hello. Squawk! See? Neat. The parrot's name is Polly. Parrot added to the court record. Too bad. All she can say is hello. Oh, Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly? Squawk. Cute. I just found a new friend. Alright. Hey, man. Door! A pasta shop? Hey, yup. I think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Meg? Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secret of the dough tossing. The dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? West? Isn't pasta from Italy? Meg? Yes? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course, everyone knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep this all in the family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. I'll leave it until we find out what that is. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the place of pasta, the wet noodle. Oh, now you mention it. Yeah, I haven't gotten many orders of spaghetti lately. Other kids come up saying, yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats. That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days. Darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. This old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. God, what a guy. Yeah, my memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, Squawk. All right. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking and a criminal mind. Heck, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved with your little heist schemes. I mean... But, like, I mean... Look, they'll save. Sloth. If only we knew the combination. I guess... Now listen here, Keith. Remember the tricolor pasta we were talking about? Our rainbow lioli? I'm sorry, that one got me. Rainbow lioli. I figured out the last color we should use. Indigo blue! Indigo blue? That didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. Rainbow lioli. Oh my god, I forgot about rainbow lioli. I had to present something, but I don't remember what fuck. Oh, that's the lawyer badge. Yes it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Well, yeah, yep, I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Nick, now's a chance to clear things up. Sir? No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, I'll run the wet noodle. Sure. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy, good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say... You too, Meg. Yes? You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was it that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, Squawk? He's talking to the bird again. How are we gonna talk to us? He fell asleep. Huh? Alright. Well, this old crazy boy. Oh, here's my only friend in the world. Is that right, Polly? Hello, Squawk? Yup. What the, no. Alright. Man, I do not remember what I meant to do. I will be honest. It's a bit of a time. Day 2 investigation? Yes. Oh, okay, that's right. I gotta go talk to Gumshoe. Which honestly I was about to go do anyways. I'm gonna go see if someone else had anything. Let's go do that. Let's go talk to Gumshoe. Unless I don't really need the stuff anymore, right? Alright. Huh? That's what Gumshoe is here. Don't you mention it? Didn't you say you had a meeting to go to? Ah, that's right. Let's come back later. Oh, okay. Hey, what's been the chief of detectives here? Look at the computer screen. What? Rook to bishop 7? Checkmate? I'll believe it. What's he playing chess on the computer? Man. I know I said it yesterday, but remember when computers look like that? I did. What a time. What a time. Alright, so Gumshoe's not here. Oh. I see. I didn't present everything that I needed to present. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I don't need that anymore. Huh? Well, I get you this one, right? Yep, I've seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes? It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad? You know something about this? Yep. The other night out on the lake. Yes? Yes? I know all about that. I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shopping mall, what, are you gonna tell us? I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside, probably night. Yup. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang! Oh boy. A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yep. What did he say? Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. You didn't know earlier than that. You know what? Eh? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, that kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing that tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing on his face. He's talking about Detective Gumshoe. Comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Oh yeah, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh, wait, I had one more question. Huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk? Don't forget the 06, Squawk. Huh? What did she just say? One more time, Polly. Don't forget the 06, Squawk. What? DL6, okay. Hey, mister, I mean, Dad? This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? I have to figure out who that man is. Oh? What? He locked the door from the other side. There we go. That old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. There's no Detective Gumshoe. There we go. Hi, Larry. Bye, Larry. Oops. Oops. Whoops. Having a hard time with menus. Menus are hard. You ever struggle with a menu? I struggle with a menu sometimes. From time to time. Chapter 26, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Hey, pal. Long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, I wanted to ask you something. Yeah? In the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh, yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh. That was supposed to be a top secret. Do you know who that man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer at him. I decided first that he was persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Joseph Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? You know about the DL6 incident. It was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that has something to do with the current case. To tell you the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Hell. I don't know if you knew about this. What's that? Parrot? The man at the boat rental shop, Parrot. Parrot knew about the incident. That incident? DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6! Squawk! Huh? It's so weird. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if... What if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? I get you. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time we face Edward's past. Oh boy. Getting to the bottom of this. Police Department records room. Wow. That's amazing. Really dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's try that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6. Nick, I found where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll get the right file. Okay, summary. Well, first we have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it! Here you go. December 28, 2001. Exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. 2 days the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? What's the same district courthouse we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That would be scary like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. Well, Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. You have data on the victim? Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father. The angle of the bullet and other evidence. It could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. So it's just like this current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on. This is it. Man arrested as a suspect in the DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. What a name, Yanni Yogi. He must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? Maybe closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. Still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick? Are we going to take the whole file? It's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. Probably just take what we think we'll need. This case file added to the court record. Oh. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying for it. To be continued. Right now. Oh boy. What a case. What a case. And some of the backstory here. A little bit about what's going on in the DL6. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Have fun, Karma. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, the panel of the prosecution is also ready. Who's the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, the opening statement, so. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order, order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Ah, must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness. My decisive witness to the stand. Is that a serious boat shop on there? Yeah, it's so deep. Objection. Witness, state your profession. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle in Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. Still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? The night of the murder. I've been jumping all over the place for places for this character. I don't... Old man is hard to do. It was the night of the 20... Nope. Oh, God. I literally just did it, too. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. And I heard a bang. Yep. But I looked out at the window. I saw a boat just a-floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. There are no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now. Yes. Mr. Wright. What? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Oh, what an idiot. Can you even predict how long the trial is going to be? What a terrible prosecutor. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. talked to you yesterday. You were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly and did. Yup. See, continue. No, I can't. I cannot nail it. I cannot stay in a consistent voice for this man. It's just all over the place. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, Polly is a parrot. Parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith! The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Well, I heard a bang. Well, where did that bang come from? Dang! From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating down the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. Couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that's it, that is. At the time. Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total? Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. But then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my boat window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Oh, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This was a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. The man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Oh. Dad? Dead certainty! He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. This sounds like decisive evidence, indeed. I see no room for doubt. Karma, he lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Chase. Yeah, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick or this trial's gonna be over. Raise an objection. Let's do it. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. I was lost in thought. What should I do? Objection! Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's not good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand.
Court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpreting the facts.
What? No.
Court finds the defendant Mr. Miles Edgeworth guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. Be held pending trial in higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait!
Who was that just now?
Me! Huh? What? Larry!
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park that night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has already been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting there in the audience listening to the testimony, and I realized somebody said it was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order, order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick, this is it. Larry's giving us a final chance at this.
He's right.
Only it wasn't Larry. Could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. Doesn't get any worse. You're right. Alright. Your Honor, there's another witness that is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Hey!
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
Oh my god, Larry's saving us. Oh, thank you, Larry. It was literally over. Alright. 10:28 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. Showing bullets. Just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. He was at the lake that night. Yeah. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. He found that balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth?
Huh? You say something right?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth? Something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh.
Huh.
When we fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. When I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me, I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right? Yeah? This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This was the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. I'll milk this one for all it's worth.
It was 15 minutes. 15! That was on Larry now. Oh boy. Number 27, 10:35 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, you're our last chance. Well, Carmen didn't even have time to prep his witness. Bishop Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Within a murder. At night, I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. After I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Alright, Larry, now's the time. Lie to us. Tell us it wasn't Edgeworth. Alright. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Oh! Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something. Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this GOURDY. It's probably close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Okay, so we slipped the boat back on the rental dock shop. And what time was that? Well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. As I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sun come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know? Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was so foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat up there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. I heard that single gunshot I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? Guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. Wish I could be more helpful. Wish I could call my sister. Alright. I heard this bang. Got over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Which would make sense. Right? Yeah, the photo taken at 11:50, right? An empty lake. That's the second photo. That would have been the second shot, wouldn't it? After I heard that single shot, I went. Almost there were 3 gunshots, supposedly. Yeah. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts? What? You only heard one gunshot? Are you sure?
Well, to say the truth, I'm not sure.
Huh?
Not sure? How can you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else.
Something else?
The radio. Dude, with my headphones?
What? Order, order. Stop that booing. Mr. Butts. You're listening to the radio with your headphones.
Yeah, so what? That a crime? Listen to the radio. Everybody listens to the radio. It's the big deal.
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony?
No, I think I've heard enough. This is all too embarrassing. But I think we've all heard him. What are you thinking, Nick? You thought now Mr. Edgeworth will be found guilty. You have to turn this trial around now. Your Honor? Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. I wanted to hit continue. I assumed continue would be first. Because it usually is. But, this time it wasn't.
Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. What Larry heard. It's only being allowed on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
You were listening to your radio at high volume.
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio? Anyway. What this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I believe I'm continuing this charade. What Larry heard. No one cares. That's why I was listening to an all-request show. Cool. Real loud. I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. Well, what did he say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if I see some reason why we should care.
Of course we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask him?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. It's almost Christmas? Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Oh, maybe Karma was right. I'm not
Sure how this helps us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there's one gleaming ray of hope. Gotta press it until we get to the bottom of what happened.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas?" But almost Christmas isn't Christmas! Oh god, what do I present for that? I mean... Oh god, I don't know. I don't know. Oh god. The attorney. Like, I feel like the second lake photo is the thing to do, right? Because that was taken before 12 when he heard the first shot, and there was no one on the lake. Nope. Alright, that does not reveal anything. I guess maybe the other lake photo? Ooh, whoops. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Alright. Present. There we go. Larry, are you absolutely sure that what you're saying is correct? Huh? Look at the face. You look scary, dude. If you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve! That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of that fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo that, taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 12:25, 12:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Of course he's right. We're not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. The empty lake photo. Look at this photograph. I know every time I do, I laugh. It always makes me laugh. It was taken by a witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It's why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah, correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem this is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. You're claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them. Ooh. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear! Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence, if you have any. Why, it's the gun, of course. It was fired 3 times. So far, we've only heard about 2 of the 3. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? We now have realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Ooh. Order, order.
Would make sense to the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen the night on the lake. Exactly. This is true. There were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murder in this case has the same idea as the murder in the second case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If you don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edward's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? Testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Order! What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer than the Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been a suicide. Well, a guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. Timestamp of the photo says 0:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. It's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Edgeworth, the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth, and the murderer! After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that way. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Just ludicrous. Mr. Wright, what's the name of the murderer then? Murderer's name? Right, it's... Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Ah, again, you waste my time. I don't know, because he never told us. Ooh. Murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake, though. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? What? Well, then where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Why? At the boat shop! Here, of course. Boat shop, where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof the boat shop was the scene of the crime? We call Larry's testimony, if you will. He really was going aimlessly, huh? That night, he was out in the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. And just as he started heading just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. A gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shot? Mr. Wright. What happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court, from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. This was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then, he got into the boat with Edward and went out into the middle of the lake. Then, he fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both miss Edward on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Note this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Well, I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body. Threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the evidence, or the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. Boat shop caretaker, quickly! Oh boy, I remember how to do his voice again. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I'd like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Oh, look at him. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. Said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir! Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly! We cannot allow him to get away! Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will send the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Oh, man. Woo! That was close. Thank you, Larry. Oh, man. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2.
Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even Mount Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, as I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. Try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry. I fear it's not over for me yet. But what do you mean? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth. No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. One where I wake up and you're not in bed with me anymore. I'm sorry. Memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. What? Of a murder? To be continued? Well, it'll be continued in just a moment. I'm gonna go grab a drink because, man, my throat hurts. All this voicing, I really should just have a tank of water with me. But I don't, because I'm not smart. So I will be back momentarily. What are you talking about? Trying to convince you that the protagonist is evil. I mean, he has nightmares of a murder that he probably didn't commit. I mean, what? You've never had a nightmare or like a dream where you accidentally murder somebody? not real. It's just a dream. Happens all the time. I mean, I know I do it all the time. See through the lies. There are no lies. There's nothing but the truth here. That's literally the whole point of the game, to find the truth. And the truth of the matter is, our protagonist, Edgeworth, has dreams of murder. He said so himself. December 27th, 2:11 p.m., right in co-law offices. What's Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Wow, huh? Where have I heard that phrase before? He's a good boy and did nothing wrong? Man, I remember that from, oh, I don't know, back in like December, January, something February too. With a particular Robbie Damon voice character. That's weird. I picked a bad time to put an Oreo in my mouth. A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never! When a man can commit lots of murders, there are people insane, but he's not hot, so I'll say he did nothing wrong. Hey! What are we talking about? Just because he looks nice and has a very smooth voice and is super cool and handsome and awesome and very smart doesn't mean he's a bad guy. Sure, maybe he did a couple of murders and drove a few people insane, but it was all to get back at his dad. You know, it was a revenge plot. You know, he is the protagonist. It's not his fault. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? God, I hate Larry. I don't actually hate Larry, but thank God. He's such an idiot. What? No! Don't get me wrong. Oh God, what was his name? I forgot. Dinosaur Winner dude though? Cool. Part of the Yakuza. Definitely not the main protagonist. That's what the Yakuza series is about. It's about him. Literally. Completely different franchise. Completely different companies. Well, he didn't run an underground crime ring. Neither did Akechi. He didn't run an underground crime ring either. He just ran around committing crime. And it's swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning me? Oh, yeah, I remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Uh-huh, me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. He wasn't just insane and hot. Look, it's not. He's a good. He reformed. He literally reformed. But that's like Omega spoiler territory for the arc that Atlas doesn't want you to talk about. So. Also, this is Ace Attorney, and I don't think anyone watching Ace Attorney wants Persona 5 spoilers, so let's not get into that. Larry really helped out in the trial today. You did. You weren't there, Larry. I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Well, he was found guilty! But seriously, Nick, that Pochop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But
Remember how I was sitting? Edgy seems pretty edgy. The murderer says he did wrong, mass murderer. At that, but what even is any of that? Yeah, he committed mass murder. Well, he didn't commit mass murder. He just committed several murders. And then he comes back and he's like, you know what? I'm going to be a good boy. I'm going to help. I'm here to help. He literally saves you. He stops you from dying, and then he does it again. That is not a mass murderer. A mass murderer kills a mass of people. Nick? I don't know, but what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Okay. Nick? Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait. Was that when you two were classmates? Yes. In grade school. Ooh, we get the juicy backstory now! They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That was why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry. Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me and the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, he did it. Give me my money. You're such a meanie. No one played with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, no borrowing my eraser. You shouldn't be allowed to in the relay race. Give me my 50 cents you loaned you. Hey, didn't you rob that? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Oh, look at little baby Phoenix. Like, I didn't know what was happening. It was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles. Oh, look at young little Miles. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. You don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well.
I will replace the money myself. Class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best friends. Wow. You guys are a bunch of fucking nerds. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So, I took it kind of personally, see? Something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. Dude, Phoenix facing the injustices of 3rd grade. I mean, first off, why do they have an actual trial? Like, who does that? Nobody does that. Nobody... I have never heard of somebody actually getting all of the kids together from school and having a real trial. Like, nobody does that. There's all a bunch of nerds who want to be lawyers. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, suddenly transferred to another school. PL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. It's so sad. Well, several years later, when I heard Edgeworth's name again, there was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought, too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. Never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. He didn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why... That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? I was a defense attorney. I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. Port. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain. No one's on his side. The only one who knows the real Edgeworth. No one who can help him. Whoa, Nick? So is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick! 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 You have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well, maybe. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Alright. Port wreck. We've lost some of our evidence, but it doesn't particularly matter. We got everything we need. So on Parrot. Alright, well, I guess first place to start would be a little chat. Hey, pal! Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you. You don't know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'll have to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing! Eek. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Carlotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Ha ha! 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 Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Well, bye, Edgeworth. Or not Edgeworth. Bye, Gumshoe. Well, I guess we can't go over to where Lotta was. 27th, Guard Lake Public Beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? It's like it's a looks like the hot sock seems close too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edward to show up for work. Well, I mean, when you run the stand, you gotta get away with it, right? It's technically his job. Guess Larry's has today off. Pretty happy about seeing Mr. Edgeworth. True. You own big. Maybe we'll buy a samurai dog or two. Alright, well, let's go to the butt rental shop. Seems like the first place to look, right? Oh, caretaker got away. Yep. Never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I know that clearing of the throat anyway. Ah, hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossford, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edward's trial ends tomorrow. Eh? That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh ho! What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. Hmm? If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossford was doing here anyway? Who knows? Honestly? Is the shack still locked? So, like, anyone was around? I think I must have went to the hills, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It seemed like a bad person. He really didn't. I'm not gonna go inside. December 27th, caretaker shack. Nobody's home. Hello, Squawk! Hey, it's Polly! What are your honors done, Polly? Hello, Squawk! I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, Squawk! I didn't say Polly up there. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. Because I can't thank you. Right, now the bird's going to hate me. Oh, everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn the heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, Squawk! Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there's any money in there. Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's inside there. I guess there might be a clue or two. Anything in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick? Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Following Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. That's exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here. Perfect detail. What do you think this means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. He killed Robert Hammond, called out Edgeworth. He was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? One thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Letter from the safe added to the court record. Ah! What's wrong? Huh. Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just... I saw the TV, I remember. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. There's nothing left in the safe. I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. Left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. Oop. Oh, not this again. Oh! Pretty princess! The fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? Well, you can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. Doesn't look like he used the kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. Would you thought he was telling the truth? Well... It's a good time. Go talk to Grossberg, right? I guess go to right and kill first. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. I intend to. There we go. December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. He's out again? How does he work anyway? No, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. They literally said, come back to my office. We'll talk. But no, he's not even here. Ah, Edgeworth. There's the center. Visitor's room. As grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. The lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, figure out who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple, to a fault even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. But you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? Sorry, White, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, a man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. Maybe Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. We were rescued. We all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had the nod of sound mind with the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. Court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? All the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. Not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty. Perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should the weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? What you're saying is true. You're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. There's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. A strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Well, good talking to you, Edgeworth. Actually, what do you make of this, Edgeworth? Edgeworth, see this letter? Get out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Who's that old guy anyway? I don't know. To be an innocent defendant, you got declared guilty or something?
nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe? Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? Hey, boo-boo! It's me! I own a boat shop with picnic baskets and stuff. Anyways. Suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who's found innocent. It is possible. Kenny Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The earth thing, darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! Oh, to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout, we'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? Where I'm not in bed with you anymore? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. The last 15 years I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. I had a dream. It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! Will you get help? Get us out! Don't shout, we'll use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No, Father! He's attacking Father! And I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. The days I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! That's how death sounds. And with that scream, I awake. The bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. It rhymes. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought was the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if that's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot about the Deal 6 incident, maybe? There is, Nick! There's someone else who knows about Deal 6. You're right! His name is Mr. Rosberg. Is he here for real now? Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there! What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. My. Calm down and tell me what's happened, huh? It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. Only a dream! I wonder... What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm? Well... Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, we want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise. Now, Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No. I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Well, that does answer a lot. You know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney with that peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's not surprised. Von Karma is an extreme man. Ward's testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And? He lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Huh. This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. Tomorrow will see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be eased. Interesting. Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. Seth was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients. That one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But got his clients found innocent, so why should that matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined. Well, you'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma, Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it! I used to see this all the time on the court reports. What? But that means... the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean? What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. He didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in that trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt the blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. I wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Karma's going to bring up Deal 6 and we bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to Deal 6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. That is not true. That is manslaughter. Which is not the same sentence. No, it is still technically murder in a sense. I know that. I just believe in Edward's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose you could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. Loose materials, huh? Well, I think we know where we're going. Oh, Central Center's fine. 727, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. What's how do you know in here? Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you! I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Oh, Detective Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. You ever wondering if we could check out the records room again? Well, no, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. We can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yeah, he just arrived actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Hurry. Gotta go fast. Records room. It's number 27. Police Department. Records room. Dusty as always. Only here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. It says unsolved cases, evidence? Unsolved cases. Nick! Not for Deal 6. It's completely empty! What? What are you doing here? Von Karma! You. How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I really remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Well, Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate.
Mr. Von Karma? You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? Approaching us a mere defense attorney? Why?
He dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. What I don't get is, why'd you take his son under your wing afterwards? Is that your most bitter rival?
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, he will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt.
His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean?
Quite the researcher. You've done your homework so well that certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
You were right. So Von Karma's going to bring up Deal 6 in court tomorrow. Huh. Well, that's scary. Don't really keep evidence for current cases. Some things are obviously murder weapons, other are question marks. This one just looks like random junk. Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for? Don't touch that, it's evidence. Oh, did someone get murdered with a clothespin? There's self-stuff cases, with case files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases running away for eternity. Let's get what we need and get out of here. What's else is getting to me? There are files of case reports. Got a large volume of reports here. Wow, these are all case reports? Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases. I think it's my sister's case report is in here too. Quietly gathering dust. Oh. This large drawer is half open. Label on the drawer reads Unsolved Cases, Evidence. All this stuff in here looks like it's random junk. Only evidence for Deal 6 is missing. I can guess who took it too, Von Karma. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. The years it's been since I heard him called by that name. He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bringing it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What? Nick? What is that thing? A stun gun? For self-defense, usually.
Indeed. 600,000 bolts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
600,000?
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now, give me the letter.
No. No!
Whoa, what are you?
Nick, run! Ah! Maya!
Out of my way.
Ah! You got us. Letters gone, of course. Took the Deal 6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes. Maya? The letter. Did you take it? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. As fast as I could, but far from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm not good as a lawyer or a medium. I could even call my sister. Even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh, come on, Maya. Don't be so hard on yourself. Maya! Ugh. There has to be some way I can help her. Try to do something about her self-confidence first.
Oh yeah? He's holding something. What is that, a bullet? The L6 incident. Evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edge. I remember. When Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. The L6 bullet stashed in the pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. Prove it to you in court tomorrow. Ooh. Man, Will Karma's a dick. I want to know how he got away with literally tasing 2 lawyers in a police station. Like, straight up, like, we're in a police station, and he just beats us up and leaves. December 28th, 9:58 a.m. 51. Jeez. District Court, defendant, lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Ah! What's the big deal? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off of my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. We're just looking glum as always. When Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa. What are you doing? Sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you shouldn't go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah, pal! What's gotten into that girl? That's gumption. Morning, Mr. Edward. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks for the cover shit. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. And he says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of the proceedings in this trial. Ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Van Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gomashew's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, we do all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Okay. Why I left court? Hey, I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figure I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Man, I cannot remember. Every time I speak for him, it's just different. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? Yes, it knows, man. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Why I left court? I wasn't running away or nothing? You know, went to buy some food for Polly? Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see? She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. Only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But she weren't arrested until this morning.
Why don't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kinda got lost, you see?
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. The police apprehended him. He was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I got nothing to do with the senses anyhow? You're a witness. You lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep. Seems like it.
But how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. He claims he's lying and show the court proof.
What's supposed to prove what he's going on in that old podger's head? It's impossible.
I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's please continue.
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold the grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Well, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes? Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. And calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with this current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive.
Both of these statements are lies!
Ooh!
Order, order! Mr. Wright! There is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying... Are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name.
Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi! The Deal 6 incident.
Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But, what does this mean?
Your Honor, this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick? How are you gonna prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That makes sense. Tisk.
Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, witness has no fingerprints. Guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No.
Tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything, but I can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, huh?
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not gonna... Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I want to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. It's so dumb. I love it. Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce, I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. God, I love how stupid this is. Or should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Of course! Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Well, Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Quack! It's so stupid. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. I haven't. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Who is your owner? Hello, squaw. Certainly the most conscious or concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Who is your owner? Hello. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Holly, what's your name? Holly. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does that have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Huh, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity, and show us the proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen. We're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, prove that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Defense attorney trapped in an elevator trying. Lost trail somehow with Edgeworth at age 9. Expired twice, Yanni Yogi. Trapped in an elevator with Edgeworth, memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. Because her fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. The DL6 case filed. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on it? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to the parrot's name? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What's his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Ah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old.
Indeed. Alone it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. Need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that? Nick, getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right,
But what?
Very well, witness, you may continue.
Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Alright.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. Testify, Maya, talk to her. Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6! Squawk! If I can get Polly to say that here, I will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, Squawk! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot? Something we forgot. Hello, Squawk! Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Well... Suppose we could ask what the safe numbers are. Really get her to say the number of that safe? Huh? The safe? Why? Let's try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what is the number of the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Now, Mr. Wright, we're claiming that the number has something to do with the caretaker.
Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ah, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
1228. 1228. 2001.
Take that! The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number?
On the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident? December 28th? Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah!
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Ah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card numbers to 001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. It was a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Dang. Witness. Tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. What? I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This was the real Yogi thing, finally. He's been acting feeble and to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi.
And 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me, I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? That's Miles Edgeworth. What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Wow. Welcome, Karma. Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. The defendant, please take the stand. There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, there's great suspicion for this particular case, so I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yay! Woo! Confetti! Let's go! Yeah! That is all. This court is adjourned. Nice, we did it. Did someone just say objection? No, it wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Oh, what do I do? The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Oh God, Edgeworth. Why would you do this? 15 years. I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? In the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me! Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations is running out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold the trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. Oh God. And I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Damn it, Edgeworth. You were free. Why would you do this to yourself? 7:28, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy! Just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. Getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? Gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28th, 2:30 p.m., District Court. Courtroom number 3. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let's begin by hearing his testimony. Then, the pointless let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by them. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Well, Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Well, Miles Edgeworth, take the stand. Oh, you big dumb idiot. Alright. The witness state his name and profession. Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. And testify about the matter to the court. I was telling you about his dream yesterday, I noticed it, but some detail didn't quite fit. I'll be the key, only if I can get it to work. Please, please. The L6 incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Ah, the same claim Mr. Yogi had made. Very well. Mr. Wright, a cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, God. Alright. There's a few things that I'm curious about. An earthquake struck. In the argue, just then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi and wanted him to stop fighting. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, it echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and the horrible scream. That scream? To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. Better find out quick. It's an earthquake. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, and as time passed and no one came to help. Well, Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. Then... think head. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from the holster. But you picked it up. What happened next? You picked it up and threw it.
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol, Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. A gunshot and a scream? What do I have as evidence? There's a bullet in the window. I mean, I suppose it, well, no, because it was straight from his heart. Elevator. Air in the elevator was oxygen depleted. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted at time of incident. No clues found on the scene. Plus turning trapped in the elevator, returning from a lost trial with some elevator with age line. One bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. It's fired twice. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging up that file, don't you? But don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired in the defendant, a boy at the time. Or by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired has something to do with this case? Yes. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Oh, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. You have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident. Yes. The scene of the crime. Look at this photograph. I know every time I do it makes me laugh. This is the photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please. Please get a clue. Oh god, that was a big one. Oh god. Sorry, I'm allergic to stupid, apparently. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. But Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright,
Look one more time at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
Case summary? On page 1.
Look at what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then a bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed GOURDY Edward's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. Whole truth. There was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
What can make a bullet hole in a door other than a bullet? Tell me, Von Karma.
Order! I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. The murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It's highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Yeah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Am I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? Alright, it looks like I was wrong. Nick? The second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just... I saw the photograph. I couldn't stop laughing. I thought that the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who'd fired the killing shot. Now? I was wrong to think it could be that simple. The case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick?
Well, so we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I'd like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of GOURDY Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today. Right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying, but mine's going blank. I can't find the words.
Right.
I have an objection, Your Honor. I object.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Yeah. Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. I don't know.
Yeah.
It must exist. The second bullet. Huh? What? What did you just say? Nothing? The second bullet must exist. Where? Oh, God. Oregon. Someone took it.
Seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. Really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer?
Then tell us just who this murderer. Or who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one.
The criminal took the second bullet. Why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
So right now in my head, here's what I think happened. Alright, let me go to the court record here. So we have this bullet, taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Right? DL6 bullet. So clearly a second bullet was fired, and it had to. Because it didn't go through his chest. Because it's right here. You clearly have it.
It was inside the heart. So, 2 shots were fired. One through the window, the one that happened when Edgeworth threw the gun, and then another by Yanni Yogi when he shot and killed Gregory. The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? I got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that. I don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? Thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to? Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Well, for instance. For instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform a surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. Time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yeah, I guess that's how it would work, yeah. But there's a problem with that. The 2 people rescued from that elevator. Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi were both unharmed. That would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The 2 men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. Pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then, the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. That's right. You're clearly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with this incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt the blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years as a prosecutor. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock? But took it because he was injured? It should mean... It only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh, man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? No, say it now. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on my sweater. Mom's spaghetti. What? Von Karma! Von Karma? Oh, turnabout music playing. Let's go. You mean the Von Karma? Prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no need. I honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months on the day after the incident. Yet, you prize yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife? Where did I go under the... Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor to the operator on me. Have him testify.
Nick, let's find out who this doctor is.
It's no use. Edgeworth! I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. I would leave a doctor as a witness. Ugh, nobody's that perfect.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane.
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself.
Wait. What does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere. But where?
Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove I was shot?
Of course. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. The evidence? And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... this metal detector! Von Karma's perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet's still inside Von Karma!
What? Is that even possible for all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'll run this over you and see what we find.
I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you.
Got him.
Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out of this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma.
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove. I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm not the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof!
What?
Who would have thought you'd dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet to the... I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. It's the bullet.
That's... a bullet! Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. It was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. Quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. And if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you must remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all! Well, Mr. Von Karma? Jeez. That's a lot of screaming. Calm it down. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know! Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making it any easier! Stop breathing my air! Oh, I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air! Get away. Get away from my father! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed! Mr. Von Karma! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me! So it was you. And your father are my... You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death! Jeez, calm down. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. But Karma, it's not like you can make this kind of error. I would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. Horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, one lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge, what? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we've come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Hey, we get more confetti! Man, I can't believe we restocked the confetti between the trial. That is all. This court is adjourned. Man, Karma really is a dick, huh?
28, 5:38 p.m. District Court. Senate Lobby number 2. Nick! Nick, we did it! See his face? And Karma looked even paler than usual. Pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. That's pretty close, though. For sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But that's just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know! Try thank you. I see. So thank you, right. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. Got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. It's got you there. Woo! Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I knew you would! I'll never forget this, pal. I owe you one, pal! And then let's party. Dinner's on me! Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from the type of gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Woo! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take a little time. We'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Oh, we're great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Look at you, you wouldn't stack your hand in the cookie jar even if... I'm sorry, you wouldn't stick a hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there! I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Oh, me? I went back to college. Yeah, I'm trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Not the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick! My life is over! Why the sad face there? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Fiancé. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts! Come a long way tonight, too. Bye, treat, pal. Oh, you come along too, my pal. Whatever. Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk or prison food, right? Right? I think he'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Oh, yeah. That's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick? Is that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? 38? No! No! Larry, it was you?! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off. He was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, well. Right. You may not know this. We used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know! Really right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, it sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. Should have told me. No, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Do you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes.
There you have it. Where does this leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too, pretty easily. You get worked up too, easily. Too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known, I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch right? Hey y'all, line up, that'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that dinner, on me! Aw. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. Celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. What? What? Number 29, 5:02 a.m. Right to law offices. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's only 5? Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh? What's this? A letter? Morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you. It made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. It was useless. So, I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Aw, no, not Maya. Goodbye? What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left? The station? I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick? Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Hold it! Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes. Only her voice, but still. At the very end, when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. But the Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. The only one who couldn't help. It was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry. I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence and cheer her up. My attorney badge! That bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to Deal 6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. You were the one who gave it to me. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. Can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Man. Aw, how adorable. Thanks, Nick. Well, you're welcome. I guess. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ah, don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Got a bad feeling about this. Concept script, Shu Takumi. Now, I do want to say, despite Despite all this. Hey, pal, Sedgwick came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Game is not over. There's still one more. They added an extra trial, an extra chapter, if you will, to the trilogy collection. So, there's a 5th one after this. Huh? Nick? I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady. She's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Oh, Larry. Always getting the models. Tatsuro Miyamoto. Thank you, Tatsuro. Your wonderful whatever work you did. Oh, right! Yeah, I remember him. I don't remember what I'm... He's been busy lately. I know not to ring my own bell, but I sort of thought of everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. No, you didn't, Fane. What? I don't remember how I voiced him. I'll be honest. Because he literally was only for the tutorial, and that was it. We never saw him again. Phoenix, right. Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. You should be in the area, please stop by. I also remember, I don't remember half the voices I did for people. Masakatsu Endo, programming. Oh, it's you! Phoenix, right. Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. What a wacky cast of characters. Masakazu Sugimori. Great music. Whole game. Phoenix, right? He an actor? No, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. You know that they're finally put it on DVD to box or the DVD letters. They're supposed to what? That's Sushi Nori. Man, sound effects. It's a classic, too. I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Right a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? I think you look just fine, Mr. Powers. I mean, he does look like just like a modern-day action star. I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living anyway? Numiko Uchida. Manual. And not a lot of people worked on this game, huh? Only guess 2001 visual novels, right? Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her. One inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was some kind of shock for a boy of my tender age. Yeah? It's a dude, isn't it? It's Will Powers, right? Atsushi Inaba, producer. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy? Ah, me? I've been training to become a paranormal photographer. You know, that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real! You know, that's talent. I want to be famous. Well, a lot of still on her normal antics. Executive producer, Shinji Mikami. Oh, look at that. Oh, there is a ghost! Mia. Victory! It's just a bowl of confetti. It's great. Edgeworth smiling? What? Ah, Capcom. Hold it! Brand new episode has been added. That's right. Episode 5. The final one. The last one. And unfortunately, we're gonna do that tomorrow. Because we're over. We're over time. That's it. It's been great, though. That's gonna start it up. Ooh. Go ahead and do that. Ooh. Boom. Look at that. Trial 4. Completed. All of it. The whole thing. What a time, man. Ace Attorney 1 is a great time. God, we still have one more to go. I hope we can get through it all tomorrow. Then we can start Ace Attorney 2 next week. Which is, actually, I haven't played 2. So, actually, I also haven't done this trial yet. I don't know anything about this one. I haven't really seen anything on it, and I haven't played it myself. So this will be interesting. But we'll see. We'll see about it. We'll get to go through this completely new trial added for the Trilogy Collection. I believe it was technically added in the 3DS version of the Trilogy, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what happens, or what happened though. It was added for the 3DS version when they ported it. Yeah. And that's where we got the fifth trial from. The Game Boy Advance version was ported to Windows in 2005 and to Wii via WiiWare in 2009 with a separate release for Episode 5 via WiiWare in 2010. Ah, here we go. To date is only has Episode 1. Also ported to iOS, Episodes 1 to 2 in Japan in 2009. Full game in North America in 2010. The game was released for Nintendo 3DS in 2014 as part of the Phoenix Wright Trilogy compilation. So it was actually added after the fact for the Wii. This game originally came out for the Game Boy Advance. That's crazy. Gyokuten Saiban Yomi Geru Gyokuten? I mean, Turnabout Trial. Revive Turnabout, otherwise it was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. An adventure game. I don't know if I agree with that description. I mean, I guess it is an adventure. Still, good time. It's a great time. I enjoy Ace Attorney. I do know. Oh, oops. I do know a little bit about the other. I don't know anything about 2. I know 3. Well, I kind of know a little bit about 2 because I believe 2 has. What's her name? The other Ron Karma, the daughter. I can never remember her name. Foolish Fools lady. Franziska, I believe she is. I believe she's the prosecutor for 2, the main prosecutor. She might be in 1 briefly on this trial, but I believe she's our main prosecuting rival for Ace Attorney 2. Then 3 is Godot, who is honestly just the best. But I believe Francisca is the main one for 2. Or at the very least, she'll show up at some point. I'm pretty sure in one of them, either 2 or 3. I don't know. But we gotta get through it. One more thing. Hopefully, we get through it tomorrow. It looks like it's pretty long. Oh god, it's a whole 4 days of stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully it goes easily or goes fast. Until then, well, I guess actually there's VODs. If you missed any of the previous ones, there's VODs up on YouTube. There's links below. There's also a command !play VODs. If I haven't been doing this as much as I should. That's a thing that exists. You can do that. You can watch all the previous ones. Watch anything you missed. All of it. Hear my horrible rendition of voicing all the characters in this game. All up there. Nice and organized in playlists. And yeah. That's it, I think. For watching on the VODs, thank you. I appreciate it. Everyone who stops by on the streams, I also appreciate as well. It's always a good time. I think I just heard a firework go off. That's fun. Not even the 4th of July yet. I don't know why people are doing that, but hey, I mean, who am I to judge? I never understand that. Or I never have understood that. Why people launch fireworks? That's not the day to launch fireworks. Like, what's the point? Regardless, that is that is all. Until tomorrow, next time. We will begin and hopefully finish the 5th trial. I'd like to try to, I mean, if it get like halfway, that's fine too. I don't want it to be like, oh, we have like an hour, because then it's going to be weird for the VODs. So, hopefully, that goes well. I might just do all of it in one day anyways. So until then.